It's simple. When you see a need where you know you have some ideas of resolving it, then I think it's your duty to do that.
Dr. Gordon Jasey was born in Lebanon and at a very young age moved with his family to Canada, settling first in Alberta and later in Nova Scotia. After completing his medical training at Dalhousie University, Dr. Jasey relocated to Windsor.
The reason I'm in Windsor, Ontario is in 1949 my brother decided to move to Windsor with his family. My sister decided to move the year after that. So I followed them, and in 1956 in Windsor, I went into general practice with Dr. Michael Zeter for a year. I decided during that year that I would do obstetrics and gynaecology. So I started at Ford Hospital in 1957-58.
Around that same time, Dr. Jasey became an important figure locally in the faith community and played a vital role in the establishment of the Windsor Islamic Youth Association.
In '56, when I arrived as a physician, some of the young people wanted to know about the idea of them forming an association. So we discussed this project, and I told them I think they had to know who they were, and they had to know the community they were living in, and be full participants in that community. And if they could do that, I thought they should go ahead. So they formed the Windsor Islamic Youth Association.
The well-organized group was incredibly active in the city, starting sports leagues, hosting community outings and events, and inviting the general public to information sessions and to hear guest speakers.
By 1960, a lot of the young people have moved away because of marriage, occupations, education, and they opened it up to the community, and the Windsor Islamic Association came into being, which is present today.
As the association flourished, so did its ambition. Under Dr. Jasey's leadership, the growing Muslim community found themselves able to organize and plan for a more permanent and practical location.
The middle of the 1960s, the community was starting to grow so much that we knew the house wasn't adequate, and we bought the property at the corner of Northwood and Dominion and built the first mosque there, which we occupied in September 1969.
In 1986, Dr. Jasey founded the Arab-Canadian International Orientation Center, an organization established to assist in the resettlement of newcomer refugees and immigrants.
I think we helped the new immigrants integrate better into the community. So I think without the safety net that the Multicultural Council and the ACIOC provided to these people, it must have facilitated their adjustment to be Canadians and to understand the culture and to become earlier contributors to our country.
Dr. Jasey's legacy spans the cultural, the professional, and the personal. His honors include the Order of the Cedars Humanitarian Medal of Honor, the Ontario Medal for Good Citizenship, and 2 Diamond Jubilee Medals from Her Majesty the Queen. He has served on the boards of the Lebanese World Union, the Windsor Police Services, and the Essex County Medical Society, and was Chief of Obstetrics and Gynaecology at Grace Hospital for 15 years. His long-standing personal practice in Windsor saw Dr. Jasey deliver an incredible number of children, and in some cases, the babies of those children years later. While the actual number may be lost to time, Dr. Jasey takes pride in the estimation.
When I started out, I used to have a little book, 15 deliveries this month, eventually 25 deliveries, and so on. So it kept increasing, but so on the average, let's say over 15,000 is a good number.
Looking beyond the awards, accolades, and admiration, Dr. Jasey is most proud of his role as the devoted husband of 53 years to his wife, Faye, and a dedicated father to his children.
I have 4 sons. One's a dentist, one's an obstetrics and gynecology, one's an orthopedic surgery, and the other is a high school teacher. Jennifer is a dramatic arts, and so she does real estate too. And I hope they'll carry on our tradition.
Dr. Jasey is quick to point out that the community service ethic passed on to his children did not originate with him. It was given to him years ago in the same manner.
I would say my father. I would say I got this idea of service from him.
The Multicultural Council of Windsor and Essex County is humbled to recognize the significant contribution made to our community by a first-generation Canadian. We proudly present the 2019 Champion Award winner, Dr. Gordon Jasey.